These are 12 country songs only those who grew up in the 1970s truly remember and still feel today. Number 12, Kiss an Angel Good Morning by Charley Pride.
You've got to kiss an angel good morning.
Sliding into our list is Charley Pride's smooth as sunlight classic, Kiss an Angel Good Morning. Released in 1971 on RCA, the song climbed all the way to number 1 on the Billboard Hot Country chart and crossed over to the pop world. A rare achievement for the era.
You've got to kiss an angel good morning.
Pride wasn't just a country star, he was a trailblazer. And this record helped solidify him as one of the genre's most recognizable voices. Behind the scenes, Pride almost passed on the song, believing the title was too cute. But once he recorded it, the charm became impossible to deny. It's got that gentle swing that made early 70s radios hum.
Hands on the street. They wanna out of the land.
The kind of tune that made folks tap the steering wheel during a morning drive to work. Its legacy endures because it captures simple joy, a reminder that love isn't complicated when you start the day right. And from this moment of sweetness, we move toward a tune filled with dusty swagger and rolling rhythm. Number 11, Tulsa Time by Don Williams. Now we roll into Don Williams' laid-back anthem, Tulsa Time, released in 1978 on MCA Records. The gentle giant wasn't known for flashy lyrics. He was known for truth. And this track hit number 1 on the country charts with a groove that felt like a slow walk across an Oklahoma sunset. Written by Danny Flowers during a snowstorm that left him stuck in Tulsa, the song almost never made it out of the hotel room. But Don Williams had a knack for finding gold in simplicity. What made the tune special was that rhythmic confidence, country blended with a hint of rock influence, a sound that fit right into the evolving 70s landscape. Folks remember hearing it on jukeboxes, boots tapping on wooden floors, or crackling on the radio during long stretches of highway.
I had no business leaving, and nobody would be grieving.
Its legacy? Tulsa Time became a country standard, covered by everyone from Eric Clapton to Reba, proving that the simplest stories often go the farthest. From the easygoing sway of Tulsa, we shift to a deeper, haunting kind of heartbreak. Number 10, Delta Dawn by Tanya Tucker.
Delta Dawn, what's that flower you...
Stepping into the spotlight next is Tanya Tucker's breakthrough hit, Delta Dawn, released in 1972 when she was just 13 years old. Issued on Columbia Records, it reached the top 10 on the Billboard Country chart and announced Tucker as one of the youngest and boldest voices in country music.
Looking for a mysterious, dark-haired man.
The song, originally written by Larry Collins and Alex Harvey, carried a gothic Southern tale that was both mysterious and melancholy. The controversy? Many critics argued the song's themes were too adult for a young teenager. But Tucker's voice carried a grit far beyond her years, and that tension is exactly what made the performance unforgettable.
Take you to his mansion.
Listeners remember hearing it echo across county fairs, AM radios, and late-night kitchen conversations. Delta Dawn endures because it introduced a legend and injected a dramatic, storytelling edge into 1970s country. And with that theatrical flair, we ride toward a shimmering ballad that softened even the toughest hearts. Number 9, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue by Crystal Gayle. Crystal Gayle's velvet smooth masterpiece. Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue landed in 1977 on United Artists Records and quickly became her signature song. It topped the country chart and surged onto the pop top 5, making Gayle an international star. But behind the scenes, she nearly didn't record it. Songwriter Richard Lee originally had another artist in mind.
Come over you.
The session itself was serendipity. Gayle nailed the vocal in just one take, capturing that breathy emotion that made the whole world feel like it was swaying under dim blue lights. For those who grew up in the 70s, this song is inseparable from images of warm living rooms, shag carpet, and the soft glow of wood-paneled radios.
And don't let me cry. Say anything.
The tune's legacy is timeless sophistication, part country, part jazz, part pure magic. And while Gayle made Brown Eyes famous, our next track takes us far from the city lights and deep into the spirit of Texas twang. Number 8, Luckenbach, Texas, Back to the Basics of Love, by Waylon Jennings.
This successful life we're living's got us feeling like the Hatfields and the
Waylon Jennings' 1977 smash, Luckenbach, Texas, came during the height of the outlaw movement, and it hit like a cool breeze of rebellion. Released on RCA and hitting #1 on the country charts, the song painted a picture of escaping high society pressure and returning to a simpler, more grounded life.
coat and tire killing me and in your high society.
Yet, here's the twist. Waylon himself later admitted he didn't particularly like the song when he first heard it. He felt it didn't fully match his outlaw edge, but fans disagreed, embracing its longing for authenticity. Everywhere in the late 70s, people could relate to getting overwhelmed and dreaming of a quieter place. Listeners remember it playing in smoky honky-tonks, neon lights flickering as couples dance slow circles, forgetting the outside world.
Willie and the boy.
And although Luckenbach was a tiny Texas town, the song turned it into a symbol of country soul. Now, from the soft glow of nostalgia, we dip into one of the decade's most emotional wintertime classics. Number 7, Blue Eyes, Crying in the Rain, by Willie Nelson.
And through the ages, I'll remember.
Willie Nelson reshaped the sound of country music with Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, released in 1975 on his landmark Red-Headed Stranger album. It hit #1 on the country chart and earned Nelson his first Grammy. The song, though written decades earlier by Fred Rose, found new life in Willie's sparse, haunting delivery.
Meet again.
The conflict behind the track? Nelson insisted on keeping the arrangement nearly bare, just guitar, voice, and space. Columbia Records worried it was too empty, fearing it lacked commercial appeal. Instead, the absence of clutter made it unforgettable. Its quietness was its power. People who grew up in the 70s remember hearing it late at night, soft, reflective, almost spiritual. It played in dim-lit homes, on slow Sunday mornings, and in the solitude of long drives when thoughts ran deep.
Someday when we meet up yonder.
Its legacy stands tall, a pillar of the outlaw era and a reminder that simplicity can cut deeper than any polished production. And now, we step into the heart of seasonal struggle and working-class resilience. Number 6, If We Make It Through December, by Merle Haggard.
If we make it through December.
Merle Haggard delivered one of his most heartfelt songs in 1973 with If We Make It Through December. Released on Capitol Records, it topped the country chart and became a cross-seasonal classic. one part holiday song, one part economic ballad.
And their timing's not the greatest in the world.
At a time when many American families were facing financial uncertainty, Haggard's lyrics felt painfully real. The conflict? The record label initially hesitated to release such a somber track as the lead single. But Haggard insisted, believing the story needed to be told, and listeners embraced its honesty. Folks remember hearing it through scratchy speakers while snow fell outside, or on quiet evenings when money was tight but hope still flickered.
It's the coldest time of winter.
The song endures because it speaks to resilience. The belief that when times are rough, you just hold on and pray spring comes soon. If these songs are stirring up old memories for you, go ahead and tap that like button and subscribe. We post timeless country countdowns every week to keep the golden years alive. Number 5. Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys by Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Rolling into the top 5 is a duet that defined an era. Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson's 1978 recording of Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. Released on RCA, it climbed to number 1 on the country chart and won a Grammy for Best Country Performance by a duo or group.
And if you don't understand him and he don't die young.
Originally penned by Patsy and Ed Bruce, the song was less about discouraging cowboy life and more about capturing the loneliness, grit, and independence that defined the mythic American drifter. Waylon and Willie brought the perfect blend of rugged charm and lived-in wisdom, turning the message into a cultural touchstone. Listeners in the 1970s remember it echoing through roadside bars, pool halls, and family gatherings where guitars came out after dinner.
Boys and children and girls of the night.
It was a song about freedom, but also about the cost of choosing it. Its legacy lives on as one of the outlaw movement's biggest anthems, and from rugged cowboys, we move to a story carved straight from the Appalachian Hills. Number 4, Coal Miner's Daughter by Loretta Lynn.
Well, I was born to coal miner's daughter.
And Loretta Lynn's autobiographical masterpiece, Coal Miner's Daughter, hit the world in 1970 via Decca Records. It reached number 1 on the country charts and later inspired a best-selling book and Oscar-winning film. No song captured humble beginnings and family pride quite like this one.
There was no need. She'd smile and mommy's.
The emotional twist came from its raw truth. Loretta didn't sugarcoat a thing. The song celebrated love, struggle, and the simple comforts of a hard-working home. Some radio programmers initially doubted whether listeners wanted such a bare-bones slice of real life. Instead, fans gravitated toward its honesty like a warm fire on a cold morning. People who grew up in the 70s remember singing it under their breath while doing chores, or hearing it drift from kitchen radios as supper simmered on the stove.
I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter.
It became the soundtrack of working-class America. Its legacy endures as one of country music's greatest autobiographical songs. And as we leave the Kentucky hills, we head toward a tune that still plays at county fairs and campfires everywhere. Number 3, Take Me Home, Country Roads by John Denver.
Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River.
John Denver's Take Me Home, Country Roads arrived in 1971 and quickly became an anthem bigger than the genre itself. Released on RCA Records, it peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, proving that country storytelling could reach the whole world.
To the place I belong.
Denver's soaring vocals celebrated West Virginia even though he had only passed through the state briefly. A little-known quirk that fans often discover years later. But emotional truth matters more than geography. People remember this song playing during summer road trips, windows down, with the warm wind rolling through the car. It felt like freedom, belonging, and nostalgia all wrapped into a single melody.
I belong West Virginia.
Its legacy is monumental. Adopted as one of West Virginia's official state songs and embraced globally as a symbol of homecoming. And while Denver took us home, our next entry teaches us how to navigate the game of life itself. Number 2, The Gambler, by Kenny Rogers.
When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting.
Kenny Rogers turned philosophical country into mainstream culture with The Gambler, released in 1978 on United Artists. The song hit no. 1 on the country chart and won a Grammy, later spawning movies, books, and an entire persona fans still quote today.
If you don't mind my saying, I can see you're out of aces.
The interesting twist, Kenny initially didn't think he was the right voice for the track. Several artists passed on it before he recorded what became his most iconic story song. With its mix of spoken wisdom and gentle melody, it felt like a fireside chat with an old traveler who knew life's harsh lessons. Listeners remember it playing during card games, backyard cookouts, and long evenings when families gathered around the TV.
Every hand's a winner, and every hand's a loser.
It wasn't just entertainment, it was advice, wrapped in music. The song remains a cultural touchstone, proof that great storytelling can echo for generations. And now, we arrive at the crown jewel of 1970s nostalgia. Number 1, Rhinestone Cowboy by Glen Campbell.
Where hustle's the name of the game. And
Topping our list is Glen Campbell's sparkling 1975 classic, Rhinestone Cowboy. Released on Capitol Records, it shot to number 1 on both the country and pop charts, a rare achievement that cemented Campbell as one of the decade's defining voices. Written by Larry Weiss, the song spoke to dreamers chasing success despite the setbacks.
well, I really don't mind the rain.
The conflict behind the tune is as real as it gets. Campbell connected deeply with the lyrics because he was facing career uncertainty at the time. The message of perseverance felt personal, and his emotional delivery transformed it into an anthem for anyone trying to make it through another day. Listeners who grew up in the 70s remember hearing it everywhere, on transistor radios, at roller rinks, during summer parades, and through open windows on warm suburban nights.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
It captured optimism in a decade full of change. Its legacy shines bright as one of the most recognizable country pop crossovers ever recorded. If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it. 12 country songs only those who grew up in the 1970s truly remember. These weren't just hits. They were the soundtrack to backyard cookouts, late-night drives, heartbreaks, first loves, and the unforgettable rhythm of American life. Thank you for sharing this journey through a decade where country music found new grit, new heart, and a timeless voice. Don't miss our next video. 12 country songs only those who grew up in 1960s remember, where a new era brought bigger production, bigger stars, and some of the most emotional ballads ever recorded. Until then, keep the music close.